Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Star Wars Racer, Episode 1, or Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I'm Brian Harrison with Harrison Ultimate Gaming. There you go. I messed up in the last video on that. I got it right this time. I'm getting there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please, as a friendly reminder, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and leave a like on this video, and hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube. And if you're over there on Rumble, our Rumble friends, um, you can follow and hit the like button and comment section as well. I want to thank you very much. We're here back on the track with Gasgano. Gasgano. Yeah, I'll get there. Um, I hope you enjoy my gaming, or let's get going. We're gonna make lots of mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes. I mean, this is point of playing games. Is to grow and learn, hopefully, but make mistakes, but even enjoy ourselves. So let's get started on the track.
Welcome, pod racing fans, to Ando Preem, home of the benevolent Andovi Bindu monks. Your host, the wisest of the wise, Ten Abu Donba.
Would you check out the size of those engine spars? Rome is raining unbelievable!
All right, we're off and we're racing. I hope you guys are having a good day. That's right. It's getting closer to the weekend, so that's going to be fun. I am getting closer to being done. Not really. I'm getting closer, but in a way to having stuff installed and updated. Some stuff takes forever to get back. If you didn't know, I'd done it in the last video. Actually, watch the last couple or so videos. And those who do know. But I am rebuilding my gaming hard drive on the Xbox One because that's where this is being played. Because of a corruption that happened, and it caused problems. So I literally had to reformat it and just reinstall games. That's where I'm at, and most of my games were on that hard drive. Now this one survived because it's digital, so it survived, and not it did. I'm not now. What I'm talking about is, as far as I know, it survived in that because it was digital, even though it was stored. The digital part of it, yeah. Talk about that. It's awesome. I like that. That should happen more. Oh, yeah. Okay. I actually like that. That's kind of cool. Flying through the air like that, that's awesome. All right. So, yeah. So I've been reinstalling these games, and I have over 200 games total. I forget exactly what the number amount is. I've built up gaming library because it's great to do gaming. I mean, I love gaming. I love being able to record the games the best of my ability. I hope I'm doing pretty good. I use what I have. Oh, that's what I was talking about with YouTube. Last time I also brought up YouTube, and the fact of the matter that YouTube was a different thing back when I got started. I think if it was like 2006, it officially was started. I was filming in 2005, so there was no I didn't know about YouTube. I started filming for church. That's where I got my start. I was actually I got my start way before then, and that's not with filming. That's with running audio board. I was one of the youngest kids in the church to ever be the one to run the audio board. I was a little more mature for my age, and I could handle stuff I did handle stuff, even though I still, just because I was more mature didn't mean I had points where I was a kid. But it just mean I was able to do more, so I was actually trained to run the church soundboard. Eventually, and then I was even able to be on the board, but I was second because I couldn't make it. They wanted to push young people, which I admire this church for, because a lot of people are older, so they wanted to push the younger people to take the reins eventually. And it would have been awesome to to do that. But I also, eventually, towards 2005, I wanted to get more into videoing because I love video. I love watching. We watched Christian TV. Oh man, we're not doing so good. We watched Christian TV, and at the time, but I like TV. If I want to see actual TV, I'd go over to someone's house, which did happen a bit. So, and that's how I learned to play Halo and things like that. It was never at my house. My house, my mom believed that gaming, even though she's a very actually good person. She just got into the thing that computers and gaming were all of sin and the devil, pretty much. You weren't, we didn't own those things in the house. That was bad. Okay. I even remember having to talk to a pastor once because my mom was concerned because I liked games. Even the idea of liking games was basically a sin. But it seemed like. But of course, I don't blame my mom because I think the church did not help it because my mom, the church said something, so the church is of God and we got to listen. Which, what most people know now, not always. The church isn't always of God and the church isn't there. But anyway, this is that time period, so I started YouTube. Eventually, I did have a computer at this time period because she gave in because even the school at the time was like, hey, this is where things are going, this is where things are headed. So we finally got a computer, which that was an arm length. So I played a few games on there that I had, but a lot of the games were like the learning. I won't call leapfrog, but I'll call them learning frog, where you got to spell things, and that was actually kind of fun. but the reality of it is, I like games. Eventually, my mom finally said, if you could. This is my adopted mom, which, if you know the home I came from, it was really horrible. So, it wasn't good. So my mom basically allowed me to buy a game system I earned my own money, which I did, and I bought my first PlayStation 2, and eventually PlayStation 2 too, and then So, but the thing of YouTube, where did I get started? Yes, I got started, and I didn't get started YouTube till like 2010, I want to say. It was around like 2010. Yeah, it was about 2010, if not 2011. I want to say 2010 because I think that's when my first channel went live. And I took a college course that they had offered, and that was actually it was good. It was a saving grace for me because I'm on disability, and I had a chance as even a disabled, I got free college. They were encouraging disabled people to get education and stuff like that. So I did it for a while. I wasn't able to continue, partly because I felt, partly because I knew that more classes I would take, the more money I'd have to spend, and I'm really not that smart of a student, as in, like, doing book work and all that. If I could do hands-on stuff like this, video stuff, yeah, that's why I love it. Like, that's why I like the class, because there wasn't a lot of written work. It was all like hands-on stuff, and I did well. I got A's and that type of stuff. Just like I did well in woodworking shop because it was all hands-on. So, creative stuff. So I enjoy doing this stuff. I have fun. And yeah, YouTube has changed over time, and some for the good, not all for the good, but some for the good. And it's easy now to get started. Unlike when I got started, things have changed, things have grown, and it's a lot easier to do with your cell phone. You couldn't do your cell phone back then. It was you had to actually either do a webcam. I know people managed to do it with the webcams. That technology's grown too. People managed to. I did it with actual video camera I already had, because I saved up for that as well and started filming for church where I was at until I moved. And then that changed, but eventually I was able to do YouTube in college, and when I took the class and I signed up for YouTube, and I was never looked back at a bit. And then I took a break, of course, obviously way too long of a break, but I've been back and I want to continue. So I encourage you guys, not you people, but I encourage you guys to do a YouTube, or and a lot of it is just because it's good for, it gives you something to do outside of maybe work outside of other things. I like doing it, so I'm going to promote it as much as I can. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching and my ramblings. But for now, this is it. We've raced, and I am very thankful that you've watched my video. God bless you. Until next time, bye for now.